On January 3, 2026, the US launched Operation Absolute Resolve, targeted airstrikes and a Delta Force raid in Caracas, Venezuela. The mission captured President Nicolás Maduro, accused of narco-terrorism and drug trafficking. Maduro and his wife were seized and flown to New York to face federal charges. The operation left at least 40 dead and plunged Venezuela into chaos, with Vice President Delcy Rodriguez and opposition leader Maria Corina Machado both claiming leadership. The US announced a temporary administration to stabilize Venezuela's oil industry, sparking global outrage. Russia, China, and the UN condemned the move as a violation of sovereignty and international law. An emergency UN Security Council meeting was called as the world reeled from America's bold intervention. The shockwaves from Caracas were only just beginning to spread. In Manila, the government responded with caution, urging restraint and peaceful resolution. The Department of Foreign Affairs prioritized the safety of 74 Filipinos in Venezuela, issuing advisories and preparing for possible evacuation. The Philippines avoided condemning the US, balancing its alliance with Washington and its advocacy for international law. Manila's careful diplomacy reflects the complex realities of its geopolitical position. The US action in Venezuela sent ripples through Manila's security circles. Analysts warn it sets a precedent. If the US can act unilaterally in its hemisphere, could China justify similar moves in the West Philippine Sea? The show of American force may deter Beijing, or embolden it to mirror such actions closer to home. For the Philippines, this highlights the double-edged sword of its US alliance security guarantees, but also new risks. The unpredictability of superpower rivalry leaves smaller nations like the Philippines in a precarious position. Every move in one region now echoes across the globe. Not all Filipinos support the government's cautious stance. Lawmakers and activists condemn the US operation as a violation of sovereignty, drawing parallels to China's actions in the West Philippine Sea. Critics argue that failing to condemn all acts of aggression weakens the Philippines' moral and legal standing. The debate exposes a deep divide between pragmatists prioritizing alliances and idealists demanding unwavering adherence to international law. The Venezuela crisis is a case study for the Philippines, caught between great powers, reliant on alliances, and dependent on international law. The US action complicates Manila's position, especially as it confronts China in the West Philippine Sea. Critics warn that US actions give China rhetorical ammunition, undermining the Philippines' legal claims. The crisis underscores the need for a foreign policy that is both pragmatic and principled. How Manila responds will test its maturity and ability to defend its interests in a turbulent world.